Welcome, friends. How are we? Today we are going to get started for our March Did You Know? Um, Today we're going to be covering digital marketing checklists, and this is like packed with information. We thought about maybe breaking it into two, but we're like, this is such good stuff that we got to get it to you. We don't want to hold anything back, so we're going to be covering your digital marketing checklist and mastering your online presence. So this is really going to serve as like a really great gauge that you can use to check things off the list and see what maybe we can add to the list and what we'd like to accomplish. As always, Elise Lambert here, Director of Product and Enterprise Marketing, and I am out of Fort Worth, Texas, and I want to ask you in the chat where you're coming in from today. Any other fellow Texans in here? Grand Rapids, Michigan, welcome. Yay, Funky Town. Awesome. Grand Junction. I'm originally from Colorado, so love that. But yay. And if you are maybe a first time webinar listener, joiner, whatever we want to call it, or just friend, how about that? Since we're trying to build an awesome community here, or if you've been to a couple of these, also love to see that. So as always, our housekeeping items. One of the questions we get a lot is, will this be sent afterwards? Absolutely. So look for that follow-up email as well as the follow-up email as well as handouts. We have some really cool giveaways today, and log in, follow along. This is like the one time I'm going to encourage you to also log into the dashboard and play around with it so you can put what we're learning right into practice. And our chat, I love the chat. I think we share a lot of great ideas in the chat, but sometimes people might think it's a little too much, so feel free to minimize the chat if you'd like. And I wanted to I was going to do a poll, but I figured we could just put it in the chat. March Madness is like here, and I'm a big sports fanatic, so figured in the chat we could put who we think's going to win or who we want to win. I have my team that I'm very excited. I am a TCU Horned Frog, so they made the tournament this year. I'm very excited. But in the chat, put in who you think, either men's or women's. And Iowa women's all the way. Go Hawks. Ooh, all right. Love this. Go Frogs. Very cool. Don't watch. That's all right. Not everyone watches. There's a lot of other really great things like Masters and the Kentucky Derby. It's a really fun time for competition right now. Oh, gig 'em. Oh, no. Just kidding. Kind of. But here we go. Let's get into the good stuff. I'm seeing a lot of Cougs, LSU Lady Tigers. Man, that head coach, she's got a wardrobe. All right, let's kick it into gear. So last Did You Know we covered February's Did You Know we covered email marketing, and like this one I thought we weren't going to have a lot to talk about, but it was jam-packed with really great tidbits. So we will also put this in the chat, the link to our YouTube page where you can go in and look at past Did You Know webinars. So maybe if you're thinking about, maybe if you need a little more information on a certain subject or anything like that, you can go in and check that out. So we'll be sharing that link in the chat here very soon. And what we're going to discuss today, website and social media checklists. So you're going to get checklists. We're also going to give these away afterwards. So if you're not able to grab screenshots or anything like that, no worries. We're sending these as a really great giveaway for after. We're going to talk about amplifying our message, amplifying our brand, and of course, how we can start to implement AI and automations and utilize these really great tools. And then a demo if we have time. And I thought this was pretty cool. If you guys haven't seen it already, we just won an award. We're pretty proud of it. but it is the best overall fintech software. So we're really proud, and hopefully you guys are too, just knowing that you have hung your hat in the right place. And so this is really testament to you all. You give us great ideas. You help push us towards greatness, giving us great ideas. So we couldn't do this without you. And just some other awards that we've won, like within the past year, as well as the past 2022 and 2023, but #1 in digital marketing, like I said, best overall fintech software, practice management solution provider of the year. And that's something that we get. We're like, okay, well, you're a marketing platform, but also I think there's so much we go through that we do that really leads to practice management. And so marketing, taking care of your clients, taking care of prospects go hand in hand. So that's where that comes in, but a lot of fun stuff. So just thought I would share that. And now let's get into the meat and potatoes of everything. More than 3/4, so 75.4% of the internet users use social media for brand research. And I do this all the time, right? I have a little 8-month-old and I'm looking at possibly changing diapers. And where am I going? I'm going to social media. Same thing goes for financial information, right? We just had a baby. We're also going to social media. And I'm saying, okay, what are people posting about college planning? And so thinking about that, how does your digital footprint look? And today we're going to go over that checklist so that you can start to figure out how we can improve it. Again, we're all about moving the needle just 1% every single day. So with that, we have the opportunity to build our digital brand. We can do that through our website. We can do that through social media. We can do that through other avenues, of course, and providing a really great service and experience for our clients and prospects. So 98% of consumers say a website is an important factor in choosing an advisor. So if you don't have a website, maybe you can start to think about adding that into the mix. And 36% of consumers work with an advisor they follow on social media. So there is a direct correlation between the two. And what we're going to talk about today is how to add those into the mix. So first, let's set ourselves up for success. So what are some of these foundational pieces? And we're going to start with the website. So like we said, 98% of consumers say a website's an important factor. So let's look at that. Let's break that apart. So we know that the most visited web page, of course, on your website is going to be your homepage. So does it pass the 5-second test? So if you've been on some of my Did You Knows, you might have heard this before, but before you send leads to your website, ask yourself, does it pass the 5-second test? And what is the 5-second test, you might ask? Well, you have 5 seconds to make an impression, right? It's the same thing when you walk into a room, you shake someone's hand, you have 5 seconds to make an impression. Your website is the exact same. So show your website to someone. It could be your spouse. It could be the crazy uncle that you'll see at Easter. It could be a friend, a colleague, a trusted client, and ask them, count to 5, and then ask, do you know what my page is about? What do you remember seeing? Did the images capture their attention? Who would benefit from their service? And what actions can they take next? What are you telling them what you want them to do? Is it book an appointment? Is it download an ebook? Is it, hey, check out this awesome new blog, right? So you have 5 seconds to make an impression. And so I will encourage you right now, send your website to someone you trust. You can text it. You can email it and say, hey, send it to them and then ask them, hey, what was the page about? Who do I serve? What services do I provide? Is it a lovely experience? These are all things that we want to take into consideration when we're thinking about this. So your homepage should be answering all of these questions within 5 seconds. And I think something that is really easy to fix with websites is fresh new content. You wouldn't imagine. I even can't believe it. The amount of websites that I see that aren't updated on a regular basis. And now I'm not telling you you have to do this weekly, daily. However, quarterly is fabulous. So you need to keep your website fresh and focus on delivering quality and educational content across multiple channels. So leveraging copywriting, search engine optimization, lead gen are all great ways to keep people coming back to our website and keeping them engaged with our website. So, little nudge, if you haven't updated some of the content recently on your website, now's a great time to start to peruse our website and thinking about that. And yes, so when we're thinking about like redesigning our website or just giving it a little facelift, the homepage should be updated as well. So thinking about key terms that are pertinent to you, key terms that are pertinent, more importantly, to your target audience is really important that those are on there and keeping it fresh, right? So if we have clients that are coming to our website time and time again, we want to make sure that there's new content on there. So maybe it's rotating some of your blogs, maybe it's rotating some new articles, maybe it is making sure that we are adding fun and captivating stuff on there. So yes, we want to make sure that we're also updating our homepage or maybe updating some of the imagery. And this is a quick checklist. So take a picture of this, write it down, but 7 signs that it might be 7 signs. I'm going too fast. 7 signs it's time to redesign your website. So again, the design. If your website hasn't been updated in at least 5 years or maybe even 2 years, maybe it's time for us to start thinking about this. Maybe the design's outdated. It might not be mobile friendly. And how do we check this? Pull up your website on your phone and make sure that it's coming through. So whether your website's with us, or it's with someone else, we want to make sure it's mobile friendly. It comes through, that it looks great. It's responsive. It's not mumbled jumbled. And speed, right? We want to make sure that it loads at a great speed. So slow page load times lead to higher bounce rates. People will leave. We can't capture their attention. And also no lead gen, no opportunities for them to sign up for a newsletter or maybe to capture more leads. And navigation, this is something that some people have way too many items within their navigation. So we want to make sure that there's 5 to 7 max in your parent navigation. You can always have some that are below that as child navigation items is what we call those, but making sure it's really simple. What actions do you want them to take? Where do you want them to go? You want someone to be able to find what they're looking for very easily. And outdated branding. I see addresses that are old. I see brands that haven't really got a facelift or in like 10, 20 years. So making sure that your branding is still matching your you and your brand, and it's matching who you want to speak as far as whose attention do you want to grab? Who is your target audience? And then SEO. So making sure that we are taking advantage of tools like our search engine optimization tool for our website, or you're reading some of our recent blogs on search engine optimization. And so poor SEO can also attribute to that. So here are just 7 signs. I want to put this up here just to give you you can kind of gauge where you are and figure out, okay, where am I today and where am I heading? And 3 more really important pieces to an effective website. This is Lead Studio, call to action, and blogs. So these 3 things really allow for you to take that next step in creating a rock star website. So Lead Studio, this is how we convert clicks into clients or prospects, right? We love when we capture new emails or names and emails within our database by lead generation. So why is this important? Lead Studio, something like, this is an example right here. FMG is a really great lead studio that is filled with different forms to fill out. Hey, sign up for our newsletter. Hey, download this ebook. This is an example right here, Women in Investing. So download our ebook there. But this is great for lead gen, right? We are capturing traffic that comes to our website. These are prospects, these can be clients, and we can now engage with our audience as well. So making sure that we are building trust with them. So if we add a calculator, if we add a form fill to our website, we are now engaging in our audience. And we want to increase our conversion rates. Most importantly, right? We want to convert them from cold to warm. And so making sure that we have these allows for us to, okay, capture their information. And now we can drip market to them. We can now invite them to our webinar. We can now start to amplify our voice here. So conversion rates start to increase as well if we have Lead Studio incorporated into our website. And what's neat is we have some new website form selections that we can add to our website. So what are some ideas for these Lead Studio? How can we incorporate these? Appointment request. This is like the most important one. And if you have this on your website, I would love to see in the chat, maybe how many appointment requests on average you get. This is really great, not just for your website, but making sure we are adding this call to action to our emails, to our social posts. And depending on what's approved for you, we see Calendly used a lot. We see bookings used a lot. But some of our new web form selections, new client questionnaires, feedback, contact us, sign up for our newsletter, join our mailing list. And if you don't see Lead Studio when you're logging in, it is an upgraded feature. But access gated content, this is really great feature as well as just like general contact. So we want people to be able to get in touch with you quickly and easily. And I put an example up here. This is from 99 Cap. This is one of my friends' websites, but they have Let's Talk, which that goes directly to booking an appointment. They have client access. I think this is something that is really great because this gets people coming back to our website. If they know they can come to my website and then log into all their specific or unique accounts that they have with you, this is a great way to get them to keep coming back. So making sure that we have that added to our website. And then read the latest news, right? So we want to tell people right on our home screen what to do. And we want to be able to give that to them really quickly. And if you guys I won't be able to get to all raised hands, but if you have either a comment or if you have a question, feel free to just add it to the Q&A or add it to the webinar chat. And so call to actions. It's great that we want to have two different calls to actions on your website. One is going to be your primary call to action. This is a book your appointment, call me, contact us now. These are people taking immediate action. And then we want our secondary source as well. So a secondary call to action, which is, hey, download this ebook, join our mailing list, sign up for our webinar. These are all secondary calls to actions that's keeping them engaged. And that is a great option for those people that are on the fence, right? They're warming up, they're figuring it out. They just signed up for your newsletter. They're not quite ready to pick up the phone or to schedule that appointment, but they're interested. So what are some of these calls to actions that we want to make sure are on our website? Sign up now, right? So we can have a landing page. We can collect email addresses, encourage calculators and quizzes, keeping them engaged, offering resources. When you lead with education, you are leading with credibility. You are leading with value. So making sure that that is there. And then we have schedule consultations. This book your consultation is like the greatest thing since sliced bread, ever since that's now been making sure you're using that. So if you don't have that, if you take one thing away from our time today, making sure that you have that, I don't care what you call it, book an appointment, schedule a consultation, meet with me, let's talk. Making sure that it also matches your branding and your voice, but having these is a really great way to start getting the traffic on our website, our awesome website that loads quickly, that has a great homepage, not too many pieces in the navigation. And we're now we're creating that relationship. And blogs. So I think blogs are completely underutilized. And they are such a great way to build your business, to gain credibility. Companies that I just thought this was amazing. So companies that publish new blog posts just 1 to 2 times per month generate 70% more leads than companies that don't blog at all. That came from HubSpot, and they're like amazing at what they do. And so adding a blog to your website can, of course, improve search engine optimization. So when someone goes to Google, your blogs are helping your website rank higher. It establishes authority. This is where you can start to answer really great questions that your clients have or your target audience has. And we can enhance brand awareness. So again, we're now starting to pop up. It generates leads, it generates engagement. We're building relationships. You're showcasing your expertise. You're showcasing your podcast you might have. You're showcasing what you do in the community. This is the extension of your brand that goes beyond just the services you provide. And so this is just a quick video of our blog studio. So like April is financial literacy month. You can come in here and you can share a lot of this content in the content library via email, via social, onto your blog. So again, taking the heavy lift off, and I'm going to do a quick plug for our next Did You Know webinar, because we're going to be talking about how we can start to utilize this content for our niche market. Or our target audience. So got to come back, come hang out with me in April. But utilizing this to amplify your voice is crucial. So this is just an example of our blog studio and how you can start to use the content in the content library. We'll just play that one more time. So here's an email, but I can actually repurpose this as a blog. And that's where we're going to start, and I'm about to segue into this, but amplification of your messaging. And you can also select an author, right? So there doesn't have to be solely one person in here. And blogs is a upgraded feature with our websites. And this is just an example of what it could look like. You can have different authors in here. You can also have different tips, little thumbnail image to capture their attention, little teaser. So thinking about ways to also highlight the amazing people in your office. I've seen some people that their receptionist or their marketing person has it like their own spotlight, and they blog once a month, and it's more like lifestyle stuff, or maybe they highlight a local business each month, which is a great way to capture leads and collaborate with centers of influence. I've seen one where someone does their dog once a month, and I forgot what they called it. It was something really, it was like Rover's rules or something really cute. But have fun with this, right? This is an extension of you and your brand, and so it doesn't always have to be financial stuff all the time. But let's continue down this path of amplifying your online presence. So when we create content, when we create a blog, when we create an email, whatever it is, let's use it in multiple places. So here's an example. On the left-hand side, this image right here, this is our blog. So AI's role in shaping our tomorrow, a look ahead. So if we are writing a blog, this could be 10 ways business owners are saving money today, right? Whatever your blog is, you can create that blog. Well, then let's amplify this, because we want to work smarter, not harder. And we want to now share this via email, break it into multiple social. If you're using X, you can share it on X. You can create it as a video. Use this for your video script. So we are now amplifying these messages right here. So we take this blog, we're now going to disseminate it via email, we're going to share it on social, and we are going to follow the 80-20 rule in addition to amplification of our messaging. And what does that look like? When we are amplifying our voice, what helps is if we follow this really simple 80-20 rule on social. What does that mean? For every one thing you post, and really this is like your hotspot here is LinkedIn. For every one thing that you post to your own feed, comment on at least 5 other people's posts. And I'm not just saying a like here or a congratulations there, but providing a thoughtful response, liking it, or maybe asking a thought-provoking question, encouraging a dialogue. This is one of the greatest things that you can do to help your algorithm, to help amplify your messages as well. And in addition to amplification, and this is not approved for everyone, so I say this with a grain of salt. So before you look into this, make sure that you are asking compliance whether you can and cannot do this. But a Google My Business page is so, so, so important. And why is this? Because this allows for us to play Google's game. Google likes it when we stay within confines of their atmosphere. So by creating a Google My Business page, it helps for a lot of reasons. It helps your increased visibility. So a Google My Business listings helps your business appear in local searches on Google Maps. It increases your visibility with your search engine optimization. It builds trust, right? People can now go and see that, oh, this is a real business. Have you ever been to a restaurant and they don't have a Google My Business? You're like, oh, I don't know. Are they still open? Did they get closed down? So it's building that customer trust. And it has great analytics. You can see how many people looked you up, how many people called you from your Google Analytics or your Google My Business page, how many people looked for your direction. So there's some really great insight and analytics there. And it really helps with search rankings and your visibility. So if you can do this, I strongly suggest you do this and optimize it. Add your pictures, add where you're located, add your office hours. And I should have done this as a poll, but curious, in a future Did You Know webinar, would you guys be interested in learning more about this? Right here. Put it in the chat if you want more information on Google My Business, because I'm trying to gauge, based on compliance, of course, if this is something that you guys would be interested in. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, really great to know. Yay. Okay, cool. I always want to be careful with compliance, so that's why I ask. But also just with the caveat, always ask your compliance. Make sure you can do that. Very cool. Okay, good info. Thank you guys, because you guys are helping us write what I want this to be great for you. So like, I want to hear from you guys as far as what would always be valuable in our Did You Knows. Yay. Okay, very cool. All right, also really important for amplification of your message comes with accessibility lock. So what is accessibility lock? This is a feature you can turn on for your website. And what it does is it makes your website approved and accessible for all visitors. So this makes sure that your website is in compliance with ADA, the WCAG 2.1, and other global requirements. So this makes sure that it can change the formatting. If someone has a disability of any kind, it makes sure that your website is ADA compliant. So if your website is not compliant with accessibility lock, also put it in the chat if you want more information on this, and we can send that out to you. Because this is really important. And we'll send out an email to you. Actually, cool. Yay, yay, yay. Cool. And I'll weed through here. And if for whatever reason you don't get information about accessibility lock from me, let me know. And we'll make sure to get that to you. All right. And now AI. Okay, so we talked about this last time. AI is not the end all be all, but it is a really great tool to supplement all your hard work, everything that you are doing. So how can we become more efficient utilizing AI? And I'm going to talk a lot about it in my next Did You Know, but I didn't want to pass up the opportunity to make sure that you have the information with our mobile apps. If you are already utilizing the mobile app, you know that there's AI built into it, but if you're not utilizing it already, there's AI built into it. So we can come into the mobile app, you can select a social post you would like to share. And in this image right here, you can see exactly what it says. There is a little box that says write text for me. This is automatically creating your captions. And we are automatically doing it in long formatted text, which we know performs much better. It has emojis. You can use it as is, or you can always come in and edit that as well. So that's something I always struggled with. I don't know about you guys, but like when I still do it to this day. I'm like, man, I really want to share something on LinkedIn, but like, I'm kind of running around. I don't have time to write a really great commentary. And so it now does it for you. And we've trained the AI, of course, to make sure that it's not always perfect, but for the most part, we are getting great information. So we know that it can't say the word free. We know we've checked with compliance what we can and cannot say. So for the most part, it is we've trained the AI to look out for those really important things. And so this is just a quick little let's see if this will play for us. Yay. You never know, with these videos. But here's a quick video. I hit and it's starting to build out the caption for us. And this is what it looks like. So here it is. You click generate caption for me or write text for me. And then on the right-hand side, this is what you're getting. So it's this long formatted, awesome content that you can then edit, but it's a really great starting point. So in the chat, let me know if you are utilizing the mobile app and if you've utilized any of this AI. It's kind of a scary world, but this is a very great way to dip our toes in it and start to do so in a compliant way as well. So there's the FMG mobile app and of course automation. So we want to think about when we're thinking about having a great digital presence, we want to automate this as much as possible. You don't have a million hours in the day, and some of you might have maybe an hour to spend on marketing over the week. And so we want to automate this. So there is a social foundations automation, which automates your social posts. And we know that, yes, some people go, oh, it's just automated posts. Yes, but if you don't have anything, it's better than nothing. And so it's a great foundation. Then you can always come in and sprinkle in the personal and fun posts, but unlock the power of automation and turn this on. And you can even look at some of our social sequences or our social emails. And as of right now, the AI feature is only utilized in the mobile app, but we do have it on our roadmap where eventually you'll be able to see it in other places too. All right, website checklist. So this is going to be emailed to you afterwards, but this is your quick checklist. So here, take a screenshot of it. And how do you access it? I'm going to show a QR code here in a little bit where you can download it. We can also put it in the chat here where you can go to find that. But your website checklist, turn on your accessibility lock. This helps with SEO, helps with a lot of different reasons. Add your blog, optimize your pages, and integrate Google. So if you don't have your website connected to GA4, Google Analytics 4, now is your time to do so. This is what connects you to great analytics. Within Google Analytics 4, we can see who's coming to our website, see where they're coming from, how long they're staying on pages, what actions are they taking, all of that. Also, great opportunity to showcase your team. So again, thinking about refreshing our website, giving a little facelift. Are you highlighting all the amazing team members that you have within your organization? Great place to do that. Building your navigation, so making sure we have clean navigation. We don't have too many items up there. Maybe it's time you go and update them. And effective calls to action, right? Our book an appointment, schedule our meeting, let's talk, right? Making sure that we have that. And then here is a quick social media checklist as well. Integrate and link your social accounts. If you haven't done that, that's a really great foundational piece. So, and this is, even if you don't have a website, the social media checklist applies to you. Activate and turn on your automations. Download the FMG app. And we just added that straight to the chat, and post content frequently, making sure that we are staying relevant. That when someone, just going back to my very first slide, that people are going to social media to do their research. So you want to make sure you're popping up. You want to make sure that you are talking about You are sharing educational content about what your target audience wants. Customize your social posts. Add your personality. Utilize Canva. Canva is a great integration that integrates with our social tool. It's complementary, and you can create really great posts right there. And let's see what else. Recommended content. So this is something that was really great feedback we've gotten. At the beginning of 2024, we shared a great content calendar. And so what we decided to do was continue that theme and each month share recommended content for you guys to give you a layup. So you don't have to put a lot of thought into this, that you can continue to do what it is you're good at and provide really great content while we are doing it. So March and April. So April is financial literacy month. So if you go to the content library and you search financial literacy, you're going to see a lot of variety of options here, including a brand new social sequence we have, and it's really great. And these social sequences are cool because you can use them as is, or of course you can edit them. And this is a drip campaign. So set it up at the beginning of April and you can automate it to share the rest of the month. So April's financial literacy month. We have emails, social posts. You can turn these into blogs, of course. And then our content planning for our holidays and observances. These are the holidays coming up for March and April. So thinking about those, thinking about our physical greeting cards. You guys know that that is like my favorite. My favorite surprise and delight are our greeting cards. And tax planning, of course, right? We are in the thick of that season. So search tax in the content library. And there is a ton of stuff here. This is what people are looking for. This is what they're talking about at home with their spouses and partners. This is what they're talking to their CPAs about. So what a great way for you to join in on the conversation. So come in there, go to the content library, type in tax, and you're going to find our emails, our event invitations. If you want to use this as a webinar, you can do that. And I love this in the chat. The tax planning is the most popular topic anytime I post. Exactly. People are talking about it. They need information. It's always changing. You are their bellwether. You are the person they turn to for this important information. So making sure that you are amplifying the tax message. All right. So today's giveaway, I'm super excited about, and I'm actually going to share this as a poll. So here we go. But our poll here is 2 lucky winners are going to win Blog Studio. So if you guys wouldn't mind, if you are interested in adding Blog Studio complimentary, we're going to pick 2 lucky winners. And so you can add blogs to your websites. And yay! Oh my gosh, looks like everyone's really excited. We always do these at random, so excited to see. Oh, what a great giveaway. Yay. I'm so happy. Like our team spends a lot of time trying to think of ways that we can continue to add value for you all. So I'm excited for this. And so our next giveaway, this is complimentary. Everyone is getting this, but these are our website and our social media checklists. So you can take these after, you can use these, and they also have some really great tips. So they're 2 pages. So website checklist and social media checklist, but they also have best practices attached to them as well. So thinking about that, you can utilize these awesome checklists that you can do. You can share it with your team, and oh yay! I love using FMG blogs. So cool. That makes us so happy. And if you guys want to showcase in the chat, feel free to add one of your blog posts in here so that you can share with our fabulous community all of your great blog posts. So if you guys want to go ahead and do that, share one of your blog posts that you've recently did to maybe get some inspiration, share. That would be really cool. And the checklist will be coming to you via email after the presentation. So look for those in your email afterwards. So we'll email those. It's really easy for you to download them. And this is something, so we talked about website redesign. So for loyal FMG customers and friends like y'all, we have a redesign discount for our web customers. So if maybe it's time for you to think about a web design here, maybe it's time for a little upgrade. Maybe you've thought about it. Maybe you haven't touched it in a couple of years. If you're interested in this, you can scan the QR code, and one of our strategists will reach out to you. And we're also going to put the link into the chat. So if you're interested in learning more, just having a conversation, you're just open to the conversation, we would love to hear that. Oh, yay. Someone just said, I love my premium web design. It's worth every penny and then some. That is spectacular. And we've just updated our premium web design. So really we have tailored this process. You guys know that we have, in the past, we purchased 20/10, which they were the leader in financial advisor websites, and we purchased them. And so we brought the best of like both worlds. So we now have all of their amazing designs, and we've taken a lot of what they had the best process. So we have implemented that process into our premium web design as well. All right. So if you're interested in that, make sure that, and actually if you're interested, here we go. Let me launch. Oh, I got too many polls going. Hold on. Okay. If you are interested in learning more about a website redesign, this just gives us better information so we can best tailor our messaging to you. All right. And mobile app, right? We wanted to make sure we touched on that. We added it to the chat. And save the date. So put it into your calendar. Come visit me again next April 24th. And we're going to talk about niche marketing, right? Call it what you want. But save that date, put it in your calendar. Someone wanted to see the QR code again. Here it is. And also this wouldn't be a good did you know if I didn't talk about our do it for me marketing, but if this sounds like a lot for you all, you can always check it out, our do it for me marketing. And if you know all about that, awesome. I don't want to sound like a repeat record, but it's really cool. And we are seeing some really cool results. So maybe that next Did You Know, I'll share some results that we're seeing with our Did You Know. And if you're looking to upgrade, scan this QR code. We're happy to help. But let's get into the demo. I have just a couple minutes left. So keep these comments flying, or feel free to share your blog in the chat. And let's look at Blog Studio. So how can we amplify our message? Let's use that financial literacy topic as an example. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to type in literacy. And we can now see, and everyone can still see my screen, right? It's looking good. Very cool. All right, so literacy, here we go. And we have that social sequence. So I wanted to show you just what one of those social sequence looks like. Here is the April 2024. This is for the Do It For Me social sequence. So this one's specific for our Do It For Me clients, but that's really awesome content. And it tells us when to share the exact days and times, and we would help execute that for you. But let's also look at the so many great things. April's Financial Literacy Month, Asset Protection, or April's Financial Literacy Month, Budgeting Today. I think this one applies to a lot of people. So let's look at this. I can preview this, right? I'm in the content library. I can always preview this. And here you can see the preview of this email, but I can also share this as a blog post. So what am I going to do? I'm going to share this as a blog post, and I'm going to come over here to Start as Blog. And now I have started a blog post. I pulled in content directly from my content library. And what's really cool with our blogs, you can even add a pop-up here. So we talked about these lead gen opportunities. So you can add a pop-up for your blog posts. They could be join a mailing list, join the retirement happy ebook, investment quiz, access gated content. So you can come in here. If you haven't looked at the the lead studio items, they're really awesome. So come in here, take a look at them. And, oh Lord, here we go. Okay. And then I can elaborate on this blog post. I can now add images. I can embed a video, right? Maybe you can shoot a 30-second video talking about the specific topic you're sharing about. And then we can easily publish this, and then we can promote it, right? Then we're going to amplify this. We're going to then share it on social, share it via email, making sure it's on our website, just living there. So lots of really fun things to do. And everyone, I appreciate this. I'm going to go back to the QR code for our mobile app, just because I've gotten a couple questions on that. So there you go. And that is all we have for today. I'll stick around for one or two questions, but if we don't have any, I look forward to seeing you all in April. Hopefully you were able to take some nuggets away, and great to see you all. And I guess we'll see who wins March Madness, right? At the next one. Thank you all. Thank you. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. And find us on LinkedIn. Let's connect. And um, I would love to connect with you. I want to see what you're showing. I want to see your blog posts that you're amplifying on social media. So feel free to add us on LinkedIn, follow FMG, add me, tag me in your posts if you want. We would love that. And the winners will be announced via email. So look for your email if you are a winner. Thank you guys. We'll see ya.